Why you shouldn't date women who smoke weed? It's masculine. Women who smoke in general is masculine. It's a very masculine trait. Whether it's weed, whether it's cigarettes. I mean, I really don't care who get offended. That's the reality of it. A woman is not meant to smoke. And any women who engage in smoking, they're engaging in a masculine behavior. Now, it's not the end all be all, but me personally, I don't like to deal with women who are engaging in masculine behaviors. They're easy. I don't know if you know about stoner culture or weed culture, but the majority of women who smoke weed allow guys to smoke them out in exchange for sex. It's just not talked about because it's not as big as cocaine or harder drugs, but in college, you hear these college stories all the time of weed smokers. The guy provides the weed, the girl goes to the dorm room, he smokes her out, she gives up her vagina. A lot of people don't talk about it, but this shit really happens. And I never been a fan of the culture of weed smokers because it's predominantly, specifically women, is because when I was around women weed smokers in my life, they would smoke with anybody. I'm gonna be real with you. They would smoke with anybody who had weed. My brother, girlfriend, she smokes weed. One of his friends come over. He smokes weed. They smoke weed together. To me, I'm not interested in that. I'm not interested in my girl in social activities with other men. Imagine if your homeboy came over and he drank and him and your girl was drinking together. I don't know about you, but I'm cool on having other men drink with my women. My woman, excuse me. Especially, you know what I'm saying? So I'm rambling a little bit, but I was never a fan of that in weed culture. I always find it weird how like a dude would let his girl smoke with other weed smokers, whether it's his friend or whoever, because they smoke weed. They go outside and smoke weed together and shit like that. I'm like, if that was liquor, it'd be looked at different. Like, if you wasn't drinking and your girl was drinking and then she go outside and drink with your homeboy. What teaches on? Some people gonna be like, oh, that's insecure, but I don't think it's insecure. I wouldn't care to drink with my girl, homegirl. I wouldn't care to drink with my girlfriend. I just wouldn't, like shit. I don't know. We everybody's different, but I wouldn't care if she was like, shit, what's up? You trying to have a drink? Like, yeah, we can have a drink. Come on. I feel like that's inappropriate. But when it comes to the weed culture, they do this all the time. I see women all the time. You got weed? Shit, we can match. Smoke her out. She'll go with anybody who has weed. And personally, I don't want to deal with a woman like that. I feel like they're easy. And last but not least, her weed habits is an addiction, healthy or not. Replace her weed habit with hard drugs or alcohol. So what this means is if she was behaving in this manner with hard drugs or with alcohol, you would look at it as an addiction. Marijuana is an addiction. Whether you believe it's healthy or not, I'm not here to argue. That's not my place. I'm just simply saying it still is an addiction because why do she smoke weed? Everything we do on this earth is for a purpose. Why do you drink? You drink because you want to have fun. You drink because you're depressed. You drink because it gives you confidence. You drink because it gives you liquid courage to talk to women. You drink because you're dealing with anxiety. There's a reason behind everything we do. So why do she smoke weed? Do she smoke it because she's stressed? Do she smoke it because she has anxiety? Do she smoke it to relax? Whatever her reason is for smoking it, it's a cop-out. It's an escape from reality. Even if it is healthy, it's still an escape from reality because it's a bunch of sober people out here going through the same things you are going through or worse, but they're doing it without any drugs. They're doing it without any alcohol. They're doing it without any cocaine. They're doing it without any meth. They're doing it without any marijuana. So what's your excuse? So if you need those to cope, just because marijuana is looked at as healthy, It doesn't take from the fact that it's an addiction. Because anytime you need something to cope, it's an addiction. Whether it's pills, alcohol, whatever, sex, pornography. If you need something to escape, it's an addiction. This is why I do not deal with women who smoke marijuana, and I will not deal with women who smoke cigarettes, because I have in the past, and I told myself never again. Now, if you're with someone and they already do it, obviously you're not going to break up with them. So that's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying when you start dating, if you're single and you're just dating women, I would advise you. Oh, and I have a bonus one. It's extremely unhealthy. Like, it's not rocket science, but why would you want to? And this is for cigarettes. This is not for marijuana. It's extremely unhealthy if you're dealing with a woman who smokes cigarettes, because she has a possibility of getting lung cancer, not being around for your children. Why would you want to build a future with someone who is shortening their lifespan and increasing their risk of getting lung cancer by smoking cigarettes? I know this is a video on why you shouldn't deal with women who smoke marijuana, but I feel like I apply that to I apply that to cigarettes as well, not just marijuana. I also feel that way with cigarettes. You can put cigarettes and marijuana together in this, because I feel like a woman who smokes, period, is masculine. And if you're just single and you're starting to date, I feel like don't even put yourself in a situation. Don't deal with her, because if you end up falling in love with this woman, now you have to deal with her marijuana lifestyle. Now you have to deal with her cigarette smoking lifestyle. Stanky breath. Chest hurting, chest pains. This is all things I went through when I dated a woman who smoked cigarettes. Fearful, hoping the one you love do not get lung cancer. Don't put yourself in that situation. Or is she's going to be around longer enough to see your kids grow up. So this is why you shouldn't date women who smoke weed or who smoke cigarettes. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button, gang. Don't forget to subscribe.